Yaya, come here. Written, illustrated, and read to you by Durga, Yael, Bernhard. From the moment Yaya wakes up in the morning until the time he goes to sleep, Yaya never stops. If he is not running, he is climbing. If he is not climbing, he is chasing. If he is not chasing, he is building something with his nimble fingers. Yaya knows every footpath in his village, every swimming hole along the lazy creek that winds its way through the bush, every family compound nestled among the trees. Yaya's village lies on two sides of a busy paved road in Guinea, West Africa. In one direction, the road leads to the big city on the coast. In the other direction lies the faraway mountains where Yaya's grandparents grew up among fields of rice and peanuts, misty waterfalls, and bamboo forests. Today there is no school, and the sun is already over the compound wall when Yaya wakes up. Yaya stretches and yawns and hears the cooing of a dove outside. He knows his mother will want him to bring firewood for cooking. Yaya gets dressed and is just about to leave the compound when he spots a lizard perched high up on the wall. Only its orange head is visible among the leaves. Yaya breaks a big leaf from a banana tree. Then he shimmies up a papaya tree, gripping the bark with his bare feet. Reaching toward the lizard, Yaya holds his breath, hoping the lizard will crawl onto the leaf. But with a flick of its tail, the lizard wiggles away and disappears. Yaya hears laughing and looks down to see his grandfather smiling up at him. "Yaya, Fabe," his grandfather says. Fabe means come here in the Susu language of Guinea, West Africa. Yaya climbs down. He searches his grandfather's long robes, looking for treats in the big pockets. His grandfather laughs, takes a ball of sweet fried rice from behind his back, and gives it to Yaya. Yaya is hungry. Thanking his grandfather, he takes the rice ball and eats it as he walks toward the road. In the shade of a big mango tree, Yaya's sister, Khadija, is peeling potatoes. Aunt Fatu stands beside her, braiding her hair. Yaya tries to dart across the road, but he hears Aunt Fatu's voice call out, "Hey, Yaya, Fabe!" Aunt Fatu scolds her nephew for trying to run away. She points at the ripe mangoes up in the tree. Yaya must help his sister pick mangoes to sell in the market. A woman approaches with a bowl of plantains on her head. She stops to greet Aunt Fatu. They talk excitedly about today's feast to celebrate Yaya's cousin Kadiatu's wedding. Quickly, Yaya scurries away and ducks under some trees into the cool forest. Yaya follows a rocky path through the trees to a broad hillside. The sun is already high, and Yaya feels the hot earth under his feet. He searches for wood to bring home for his mother's cooking fire. He puts a piece into his bundle, then lifts it onto his head. Yaya scans the bushes for more wood. Suddenly, he sees a flicker of movement in the trees. A monkey's tail. The monkey disappears into the forest. Yaya follows. Soon he sees a few leaves fall from a high branch. He knows that if he is very quiet, he might see the monkey again as it leaps from tree to tree. Yaya soon grows tired of waiting for the monkey. He comes to a stream and dips his feet in the cool water. Looking up, he sees his mother scrubbing laundry with a group of women. Yaya sneaks up a tree that grows over the water. He looks down on his mother's strong back as she washes clothes. Yaya sees some white fuzz on a branch in front of him. He watches as the fuzz begins to move. It is a parade of caterpillars. Yaya is just about to grab one when his mother calls from below, Yaya, Fabe. How did she see him? Yaya climbs down and helps his mother spread out the clean clothes to dry. Soon the rocks are decorated with brightly colored shapes. Laid out in the hot sun, they will soon be dry. Yaya picks up the bundle of firewood and heads home. He sets the bundle down near his mother's cooking stones. Then he hears a curious rattling sound outside the compound. Yaya sees his friend Musa running behind a metal hoop that he guides with a hooked rod. Musa is practicing to race his hoop with the other boys of the village. Yaya watches. He wants to join the hoop race too. Musa stops and waves to Yaya. Fabe, he calls to his friend. Yaya studies Musa's toy carefully. Then the two boys run to the edge of the village. Cars and trucks from the city stop here for oil, gas, and air for their tires. Yaya and Musa see some men sitting on a pile of tires. They chew cola nuts and talk about the coming rainy season. One man smiles at Yaya. Jarama, he says. Yaya points at an old tire next to him. The man nods and Yaya quickly strips a metal hoop from inside the tire. Yaya bends a piece of metal into a hook. Musa helps him attach the hook to a straight stick. Yaya tests his new toy, running down the street and guiding the rolling hoop with the hook. The hoop falls. Yaya practices again and again. Soon he'll join the other boys who race along the dusty streets. Yaya hopes if he keeps practicing, he'll be the winner. Suddenly, Yaya hears his father's voice. Yaya, Fabe! Yaya sees his father with a circle of men squatting around a bowl of fish and rice. Yaya joins the circle and listens to the men talk about the village soccer game. He shapes the soft food into a ball, letting the red palm oil run between his fingers. Then he scoops the spicy ball into his mouth. Yaya sees a soccer ball and wiggles away from the men. He's just about to grab the ball when he hears his sister's voice behind him. Yaya, Fabe! Yaya forgot all about the mangoes. Yaya helps tighten the cloth that binds their baby brother Mamadi to Khadija's back. They walk to the big mango tree. Yaya finds a stick, climbs the thick branches, and knocks the ripe fruit to the ground. Khadija tries to catch the mangoes, while baby Mamadi bounces and laughs. She gathers the fruit into calabash bowls. Yaya and Khadija lift the bowls onto their heads and walk to the village market. Soon they pass piles of eggplant and manioc, okra and onions, bananas and oranges and tomatoes. If they can sell enough mangoes, they will spend the money on fresh fish for the wedding feast, and maybe a new pair of jelly sandals that sparkle in the sun. A magbana, that's a van bus, full of tourists stops at the market. A big man with a camera around his neck buys 3 mangoes from Yaya. Then he takes a picture of all 3 children. Smiling broadly, Khadija tucks the money into a fold of her lapa. That's her wrap skirt. Suddenly, Yaya hears the sound of drums in the distance. Handing his bowl to his sister, he runs toward the sound. A big crowd is gathering at the Dunumba to celebrate Yaya's cousin's wedding. Towering over the heads of the people, a costumed man on stilts marches around, waving a cowtail switch. Wiggling through a forest of arms and legs, Yaya pushes his way to the center. A woman dances toward the drummers, leaping in time with the rhythm. Then a man jumps into the circle and begins marching around, leaning and swaying with the music. Many people run to follow him in a line, kicking up pebbles and dust. Yaya joins the line and tries to step in time with everyone else, watching all the arms and legs move up and down, in and out. Yaya spots his cousin, Kadiatu, sitting with her new husband. Yaya's parents, Aunt Fatu, Uncle Ibrahim, and more cousins are there too. Yaya sits on the ground and claps with the drums. As the sun begins to set, everyone sings to praise the newlywed couple. It is a good dunumba, and Yaya knows it will bring good luck to the family. When the drumming finally stops, Yaya helps carry big plates of food to his family and their guests. Everyone shares the delicious rice with peanut sauce, fried fish and plantains, spicy chicken and manioc, and sweet ginger drink. Now Yaya walks home through the twilight with his parents. The night is quiet, with the gentle sounds of ballophones in the distance. Yaya sits in front of his family's compound and swings his legs in the warm night air. Little Mamadi grabs Yaya's knees. Yaya lifts his baby brother onto his lap and points as a bat darts past. A mouse scurries along the compound wall and disappears behind a bush. Yaya is just about to chase it when his eyes begin to feel sleepy. He thinks of his soft bed. He can hear his dreams calling to him in a whisper, Yaya, Fabe. And Yaya follows.